Hello. Oh, a match. Do you like my Beetlejuice? Yeah. Dude, I love Beetlejuice. Love it. That's one thing about me. I know it's an old movie. Go and watch it. It's absolutely amazing. There's a new one. I haven't seen it. I just love the original stuff, okay? Anyway, I'm a little bit worried. Welcome back, bestie. Today, I have some spooky stuff for you. Every time I read spooky stuff here, stuff happens in this room. So, I was sent these stories, okay? They're Reddit stories. But if you have any personal spooky stories, I'd love to hear about them because I love sharing them on here. So if you have something that you want to share, please send me an email. Let me know all about them. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel if you love hanging out with me. We try and do videos every week. And follow me on all my social media. Links here. Over here. Julia will make that beautiful. So, bought my first house and found out it was haunted. Oh God, okay, here we go. I bought my first house in 2003 and was over the moon. Shortly after moving in, two of my neighbors began joking with me about the ghost in my house. Okay. There should be a disclaimer when you buy a house if it's haunted. Well, I thought they were joking, so I just played along pretending I had seen one and it was no big deal. Well, as time went on that summer, I met more and more of my neighbors and they all brought up the same topic. Okay. Finally, an elderly woman on the block who was quite kind and friendly told me a story after I'd asked her. I knew she was going to screw with my head, which is why I asked in the first place. I mean, that's not fun. Nobody wants to be scared. I certainly don't. Turned out the previous owner purchased the home and never lived there because she said it was haunted. Okay, I'm getting chills reading this. Sounds in the night of footsteps and sobbing, and glimpses of a man sitting in the kitchen covered in blood. Absolutely not. I would have been out of there. No thanks. No thank you. Not my cup of tea. One of the neighbors helped with the renovations of the house and said that he was putting up drywall when he felt something lift up his dreadlocks. Oh no. Not when they like touch you. No. No. Absolutely not. No. I've had this though. I've had this happen. I was in, where the hell was I? Switzerland. And I was on a Kentucky tour. If you don't know what that is, it's like a tour around Europe when you do it really cheap. In my younger days, okay? And we stayed at a converted jail cell that was haunted. It was really old. It was like a hostel, converted jail hostel. And me and my friends stayed in there. They were in the bunks and I was in like this separate bed below the window. And at night I had this like Mother Mary necklace. And for some reason I didn't wear it that night. And I felt in the middle of the night footsteps around my body on the bed. You could feel it sinking in. And then, so if you can imagine it, I'm lying down. My head is directly under this tiny little window, like a cell window. Anyway, I felt it from like my feet to the side of my body and then above, next to my head. The sink, like the pressure of a foot being there. And then I heard the latch of the window and it was open. I freaked out. I found that Mary pendant in the night and just like put it around my neck. Didn't feel anything. And then the next morning, my friends like realized that the window was open because it was freezing cold in Switzerland. So we wouldn't have opened the window. It wasn't open when we went to bed. I'll tell you that much. It was not open. So yeah, when they touch you, not okay. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back into it, shall we? Though I've had paranormal experiences before, it has been years. And by then I just chalked it up to night terrors. One day I went to a small neighborhood video store to rent a movie. Wow, this weird. Yeah, this sounds real old. Video stores. Wow. I had to fill out a form with my demographic data and then my credit card info. The owner of the store looked at the form and said, "Oh my God, you live in that house?" I mean, maybe just don't say anything. I asked her what she meant, and she explained that the former employee had committed suicide in the house. Okay. She came to the house as soon as she heard, but the house had been taped off by police as a potential crime scene. She told me that he had just moved into the house with his partner and called his mum because he wanted to invite her over to meet his partner and come out to her. Ooh, okay. Come out to her. So he was gay. This was in the early 90s. Then being gay was a big deal. Yeah, 100%. His mum already knew he was gay because he bought a house with a man and disowned him right over the phone. Oh, no. The same week, he received a letter from a HIV testing center stating he tested positive for HIV. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. And like, I don't know when it was, maybe in the 80s, HIV was a death sentence back then. That's really sad. Love my gays. Love you guys. This is when HIV was a death sentence. He then sat at the kitchen table, ate a bowl of cereal, and shot himself in the head with a revolver. Oh. Oh, man, that's real deep. I'm really sorry about that. That got real heavy real quick. Since then, she had multiple paranormal experiences in the store with videos flying off the shelves and even elevating off the shelves. Nothing in here better elevate. That's all I'm saying. Don't get any ideas. The most I have experienced is sounds at night. Sounds of Cheerios being poured into a bowl. Ooh, I don't eat cereal. The sounds of sobbing in the kitchen. I often wake to both. Oh my God. I remember my grandma saying, when the dead come to you, they want something. Perform an act of charity in their name and pray for them. Oh, that just gave me chills. Like her explaining what happened that night and then you hearing the exact same things. It can't be a coincidence, honestly. Your grandmother's right though. So I did. I sat down at the kitchen table one night and lit a candle and told him that each night I would recite a novena prayer for him before a lit candle. On the 9th night of the first novena to Saint Anthony, a patron saint of lost souls, I heard uncontrollable sobbing. I felt a strong presence of grief and despair and the sound of hyperventilating breathing. Oh my God, he was there with you. As though someone could not catch their breath, I sat in the presence of this, knowing that it was not malignant, but rather a connection of intimacy and compassion of which he was in need. For 45 days, I said a novena prayer before a lit candle for his soul and had a mass said in his name. Wow, that's amazing. Good. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. A few times I had awakened to feel his presence standing over my bed, but knew it was not malignant presence. This still happens from time to time, but less and less frequent. Oh, maybe you're helping his soul move on. Okay, let's get into some of the comments. Oh my, so sad. I feel for this poor lost soul, and OP's lost hours of sleep. He's really wanting acceptance from his mama. Yeah, that's terrible. What the fuck is wrong with his mom? That was heartbreaking. Maybe starting a foundation in support of LGBTQ with HIV or donating in his honor. That would be so sweet and nice. I'm saddened because I am a mother and I couldn't imagine turning any of my babies away. 100%. 100%. I think majority of mums and dads are like that. Almost young adults, but always my babies. Always. Oh, she's going to make me cry. Only because of who they love or who they are. I love them with an open heart. It's unconditional. I hope OP can find a way to help this lost soul find peace. You're an amazing person, OP. 100%. I back that. OP wrote, that's a good idea. Too bad he didn't have a mother like you. Poor thing was only 23 years old. That's sad. Scary as well. Like, you're hearing that, but very sad. Wasn't expecting such a sad story. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Somebody wrote, a very courageous and kind way to handle a haunting. Thank you for sharing. OP replied, I didn't know I was handling a haunting. I thought I was just doing what my grandmother had told me to do if anything like this ever happened. My grandmother was a strega. Ooh, you're Italian? Ooh, bestie. I'm Italian. Strega is a Sicilian spiritualist. Also, in some parts of Italy, Strega is a witch. But I like yours better. Sicilian spiritualist, 100%. Have you encouraged him to move on? OP replied, I think in his own time he will. All right, so thanks OP for sharing us. It was like a very sad but also nice story as well in some ways that you're trying to help him through this. One of the better ghost stories that I've ever come across. But let's get into one more, okay? Because we have time and I want to spend more time with you. All right, last story. All right, apologies. My daughter's imaginary friend. In 2013, my wife and I divorced and we both moved into separate homes. The divorce went well and we are still good friends to this day, partly because we have a daughter together. We agreed to split custody over our daughter and I rented an old house in a historic district in the city where we live. I love old houses, but they do come with a lot of history. It was a very pretty home, built in 1935s, but kept up very well. I would have my daughter 2 weeks at a time. That's weird. My laptop just died. Say hello to Coco. Coco, say hello. To the camera. You can just stay in here with me because I'm a little bit scared. Okay. Ew. I would have my daughter 2 weeks at a time. She had a bedroom in the back of the house. She was 3 years old at the time, and I kept noticing her talking to her friend. Ooh. It's so hard, especially when kids get involved, because I feel like they have this light that those who have crossed over are just attracted to, and they're more open as well. So if your child says something, they're probably seeing something. Okay, she was talking to her friend. One day I found her in a little closet talking to someone, and I remember her saying she was talking to the other little girl named Betty. Yeah, no. No thanks. I have no idea where she heard the name Betty, as she was only 3 years old, but I just chalked it up to a child's vivid imagination. No. She was 100% talking to another little girl. Keep in mind, I am a single dad to a little girl. I really had no idea what I'm doing when it comes to dressing, hair, or just little girl stuff in general. Her mother is good at that stuff, but not me. I put my daughter to bed one night after her bath. I remember brushing her hair that night, but that was all I did. The very next morning, her mum came to pick her up from my house, and my daughter was just waking up. Her mum went back to her bedroom to find my daughter's hair was fixed in 2 perfect French braids. Her mum was really proud of me at first that I had done her hair so cute, but I told her I didn't and couldn't do that. I can't even braid her hair, much less do perfect French braids. Ooh, that's freaky. Her little friend helped out, I bet. We asked our daughter how her hair got fixed, and she told us that Betty had done it during the night. That's a bit scary. I broke the contract on the rental agreement and moved out within the next month. Yeah, look, I don't disagree with you. That would freak me out too. Just saying. I would have left as well. I don't blame you. Let's get into the comments. Someone commented, why would you move? You had an in-house hairdresser. OP replied, she was good, just not reliable. Somebody else wrote, I feel a little bad for Betty, but she was happy to have a friend probably near her age. Depending on the French braids she did, she was probably 10 to 13 years old. Spooky, but sounds like a very benevolent spirit. Malevolent means harmless. Somebody wrote, Betty looks good. I don't know. She looks friendly, but Jesus Christ, I'm terrified. I honestly would be terrified waking up to that as well. Somebody wrote, I wish I had a personal hairstylist ghost. Somebody else wrote, yikes, any chance that human got inside your place? That is really creepy. Wishing you the best for you and your daughter in your new place. OP actually replied to this. That had crossed my mind, but I really don't see how they could. The house was pretty secure and the alarms always made noises when the doors opened and shut. Oof. Yeah. Anyway, OP, I hope you are living your best life in the new place and it's less haunted. And that's it. I'm gonna stop it there because I'm getting a little bit scared. You know, I do love ghost stories, but just gonna have a little break. And that's it. Bestie, again, thanks for joining me. Loved hanging out with you. Think about subscribing and liking my channel and follow me on all my social medias if you feel like it. And that is it. I will catch you in the next one. Take care, Bestie. I'm a little bit scared right now, so yeah. I'm gonna go eat some chocolate. Anyway, goodbye for us. Love you all so much. Take care. Ciao for now. Love you. Bye. Ciao. All right, Missy, let's go.